The 2015 Vans Triple Crown of Surfing starts off here. It's going to end, the first stop going to end here in a couple of hours. The Hawaiian Pro, quarterfinals heat number 2. Michelle Perez, two-time winner of this event. Thomas Aarons can't do anything wrong. Felipe Toledo.
Impressive, too, for Thiago to come to Hawaii and go this deep into the contest, because he's all the way down the ratings at 98th on a QS, so this is impressive performance.
As we take a look at Toledo. Felipe, whatever you want to call him, he's just the leader of the Air Force, especially this year. He's the only guy that has the opportunity to win 2 QS 10,000 events. He won the opener at Trestles, and he'd love to win this one right here. And if anybody's going to be a betting person, and they do bet in Australia, you would say, oh, with the size of surf and the opportunities here, would it be the high-flying Toledo?
Yeah, put some money on him. But, you know, the wind is not optimal for Ayers, so that kind of evens the field a little bit, but he's definitely going to be there in the hunt.
Here we go, surfer Tomas Hermes. Hermes has been on quite a roll as well. Impressive surfing for this surfer as his rail work, and they've had to mix it up. They've gone out in a variety of conditions. Hermes is out of Paravela, Santa Catarina, Brazil, 28-year-old, and checking in at number 43 in the rankings after 4 events. Now, 56 in the rankings after 10 events. But he has got the call up 4 times to surf in CT events, so good for him.
Yeah, a lot of injury replacement wild cards went on this year. We had a handful of guys that had to pull out, as we see a couple of snaps from Felipe Toledo, and it's cool to see him switched on. He is engaged. It looks like he really wants to take this event down.
Helping you out today, and that's a lot different than a lot of the other tour stops, right?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's a comfort level here at home, and the fact that, you know, I don't want to let my best friends down who, you know, spend countless hours at the beach cheering me on, so I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun, and I love it here.
Well, we're enjoying the Dusty Payne show, and we look forward to you in the semifinals and hopefully beyond. Congratulations, and we'll get caught up with the action in the water right now.
They are hoping that he does so well. It's like he's surfing, and he doesn't want to disappoint his family and friends.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the mentality into these heats means so much, as we see Michelle Perez again. Just like Dusty Payne, a magical combination of that power and agility. I love the fact that Michelle Perez, I mean, this is some of the best surfing I've seen from him this year, literally. And I've been watching this kid surf all year long. Watch this snap right here. Bang, fins out the back. I love how he spun out of that without a kink. That was very seamless surfing right there. And, you know, that's going to make someone like Michelle Perez and Dusty Payne so tough to beat today. The fact that they have that extra power, but they can back it up with progression to be surfing 100%.
And there's a quick to his feet. He opened up with a 5.5. Toledo will go to the 4th priority right now. 5.5 for Felipe Toledo. Thomas Hermes at 3.5. Michelle Perez, well, they like his power. Will not be surfing on Thanksgiving through December 6th. And it'd be very interesting. $250,000 in prize money in the second stop on the Triple Crown. Well, Thiago finally gets his first wave, and it's been a long wait. Almost 13 minutes, and he puts in some nice rail work here and to the inside. What I've noticed about Thiago, and he really can tap into the speed, his equipment and his leg strength.
Yeah, he's got super strong legs, doesn't he? And he surfs different from a lot of the guys on tour. He's got kind of a narrow stance. He has a lot of weight on the back half of his surfboard. But because of that, you know, he kind of has a really nice, strong carve. His fundamentals are nice. Beautiful bottom turn. So that base that he has in surfing, it's never going to grow old. It'll always be scoreable. Just a couple of decent hits on this wave. You know, he didn't really connect 100% with it. But again, that's what makes Thiago Perez traditionally such a consistent surfer. His choice of move is always in the water. He keeps that rail engaged. And again, just kind of aging like fine wine.
Well, equally entertaining as that wave was Michelle Perez thinking that he might be thinking left, and Michelle Perez pulling the plug and staying prone, but just kind of diving out of that wave.
And then he's also just a really smart, competitive surfer. Rare, very rare to Gabriel Medina makes the wrong choice in a heat.
As we take a look to the inside, now this is a very important wave with 15:35 on the clock, plenty of speed. Perez, nice bottom turn, gets a little loose on the tail and just muscling it around. Hook up out the back. Thomas Hermes, his second wave. Tomas, and just showing a lot of flair. I mean, his hands go up and he's putting everything into it. And going on the opposite direction, we pick up Toledo. And I'm thinking Toledo won a little bit more on that left. We'll have to see what happened.
He looked like he liked it. Might have been a little bit of a stamp of approval, if I'm reading his body language right. And that was kind of a funny mix of waves there. We saw Michel Perez. Maybe he had his feet in the wrong place there. Wasn't really happy with that wave. Didn't really get the maneuvers that he wanted out of that. But here, let's see what happened on this left-hander. Nice patience there from Felipe, waiting for that wave to build up. You know, it's easy to outrun this little left-hander. Wow, great floating re-entry here, and that he's going to actually have a nice little nightcap right there to finish this wave off. So again, I like that positive body language from Felipe, grinding out a score. And let's see what wrong here with Michel Perez. Nice opening fluid floater, not really connecting the way he wanted to on that second turn. And sometimes when you don't pull off a turn the way you want to, it's contagious, and it kind of bleeds into your next maneuver. Watch this carve right here. Beautiful snap there from Tomas Hermes. Nice little tail-free floater to finish it off. So two beautiful maneuvers in live action.
Here we go. That left, maybe Michel Perez says, you know what, I'm going to try the left this time. And this is without priority, and he goes down. That's a tough one. So waiting on a very important score for Felipe Toledo. And very animated.
Be good during the Sunset event, so he's going to spend those hours out there.
He is number 2 in the world and looking for a world title. As we take a look, Hermes still waiting on some scores to come through. Tomas, and he stands on the tail and throws it off the top and goes down. Mistakes, but you don't want to make too many of them. There's not a lot of waves out there. 14:24 remaining. Guess who's leading? Michel Perez. A lot of numbers on that board. So it's a 5'11", right? Tell us all these numbers.
There you go. So that's the height, 5'11", 18.5 inches wide. And here we go, Thiago Perez.
Thiago's got that 5'17", and he has been very selective, waiting patiently to use his priority. We've got a couple of set waves coming through. We got a twofer right here on the back is Toledo. Thiago pulls out. Now new angle here on Toledo with a little bit of foam. At any moment you think he's going to launch, and then he puts it on rail, and he really knows how to put it on rail as well. The surfer originally from Ubatuba, Sao Paulo, Brazil, now living in San Clemente with the family. He not only made the move and brought his entire family to San Clemente.
Yeah, and they seem happy. You know, it's a great opportunity to live in Southern California. Lowers is right there. You know, obviously Felipe Toledo loves that wave. And split peak action here. Tomas Hermes, also another Brazilian. He is going to try and swivel around here and find a nice steep section, and there he goes. 12 o'clock. Little stamp of approval with the kick out there. And then our Portuguese Prince. Nice opening fan out right there. Kind of airing it out. Nice little carve, but you can see that wave. Dave right there didn't offer much after that. So, you know, Felipe, he doesn't need to go to the air, especially with this offshore wind. It's not really conducive for those kind of moves. And, you know, unless there's a really nice ramp. So all year long, he's been displaying beautiful rail turns as well. We all get really psyched on his air game, but this kid has been ripping into some really fast fluid carves as well.
Well, we've got scores coming through. Toledo takes the lead. He's got a 5.5 and an 8.17, but still more scores are coming through. 14:24 on the clock. Perez is in the second spot. San Clemente's Tanner Gudauskas coming up next.
Tanner, solid surfer. I love, you know, as well, his fundamentals very complete. He's going to go out there, and I would say Tanner will look for those right-handers. His backhand is lethal.
Now we're back to, there we go, yeah, 5:22, so we're giving him 30 minutes here. 5:17 right now, counting down, and with some speed and a backside rotation. What a landing. Toledo does what we expect him to do. Is it another one? And he does not make that rotation, but what a beautiful air. The first one, the sun comes out, his yellow jersey goes glistening, and the 20-year-old lights things up.
You know what's cool, Dave, is just looking at the ocean right now, you can see how it looks glassy. That wind has backed off, so that's going to open up the the arena a little bit for airs. You know, now that stiff offshore wind is backed off a little bit, you can go to the air. You don't have to worry about that wind blowing the surfboard away from your feet. So right on cue, Felipe said, okay, I'm going to oblige the crowd and pop an air. But the other thing to take note of is once it goes really hot and glassy out here, it's very typical that the west winds will come after that. So got to keep jamming this contest, get it going.
4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. And here's Thomas Hermes in the third spot, needing a 6.57, but we don't know what Toledo got right now, so he might need some more. We'll have to wait and see. Gets a couple of nice turns in. Probably not exactly what he wants. A little smaller.
That was great surfing from Tomas. Thiago gets unstuck in that tricky inside section. Beautiful surfing from Tomas Hermes. There are a couple of really strong carves. Only needs a 6.57.
Well, you know that if you're sitting out with first priority like Michel Perez, a two-time winner here, he's got a 12.26. He's listening closely to what Thomas and Thiago got.
Wow, beautiful opening carve. I love that hack. Threw a little extra torque at the end of that, so that opening maneuver was strong. Nice little wrap there. And then on the inside, he got to mix it up with a tail blow. So, I mean, to me, that is great surfing. It should be a big score.
Well, we come back to live action, and he's decided to go left, Michel Perez, and he is looking to replace his 4.93. That's a score you definitely want to get rid of, and he is relentless. And you've said it time and time again, that wave starts off slow, runs a little fast, and then it backs off just a bit, but it has varying speeds and just hits different parts of the reef.
It's such a weird wave, isn't it? But you know what? Michel Perez, through the middle of this heat, he looked off his game, and then now he's reconnected. All right here in this section. Watch this nice off the lip. It's going to be a setup carve. This is the one. Bang, right there. Actually, this maneuver right there. I love that turn. He actually timed the backwash where he was able to release the tail right when that backwash lifted the wave. So great timing there from Michel. That is going to be a massive score. And it came just in time because Tomas Hermes got a wave prior.
Well, take a look at this. Our surfer, Thiago, wanted it, but he didn't have, he had second priority. And Toledo trying to get down there, so Toledo's lost. And right now, Thomas Hermes is really, well, he improves himself and moves to second. Perez drops to third. Now, I believe we're waiting on Michel Perez's wave.
They're going to throw confetti at that wave, though. He got a big score.
And here we go with 150 on the clock now. Hermes now trying to replace a 5.70. Relentless. Look at this. Thiago, well, no, it is still to the inside, finding a little section to work. Thomas Hermes, I don't think he knows he is in second spot. He is working that thing to the max. There's 136 remaining. Thiago got a nice little runner. He was looking for a 7.23, but we are waiting for a fourth wave score that could be critical for Michel Perez.
Yeah, he 100% is going to get at least that 5 he needs. It'll probably even be an excellent score. As we see Thiago Perez, look at this wave here, nice and clean, but just got hung up on a tippy toes there. A tricky section. And, you know, it's really square, so he got kind of stuck between doing an off the lip and a floater. That's not going to be what Thiago needs. So, you know, it's looking like Michel's going to be pretty good when that score comes in. One more wave, though, for Tomas Hermes. Beautiful bottom turn. Nice little snap there, but just got a little loose with the trucks. And then a lot of roundhouses where the judges won't be super psyched. So, 6.7 for his last wave. I would have loved to have seen another point on that. I thought it was great surfing. So, you know, he's probably not going to be too happy when he hears the score drop from Michel.
Michel Perez is going to be happy. He posted a 9.27. Perez jumps back in the lead. Toledo in the hot seat on this left now with just 30 seconds remaining. And who knows what Thomas Hermes got. It is feast or famine and last-minute heroics here, acting like he is in fourth place, giving it his all. Wow, what a finish. Toledo looking to replace the 6.93. Hermes needing an 8.40. Thiago, unfortunately, needing a 9.93, and the wave didn't come his way. And we're going to close this heat. Listen to the double horns.
That's impressive. You know, our boys that are kind of representing the championship tour took care of this heat. Michel Perez and Felipe really separated themselves in here in the dying minutes. They kind of let the door open through the middle of the heat and then just went ahead and shifted gears and took off. So, you know, pretty smooth win for Felipe and Michel.
Wow, what a heat. Some scores coming through. It looks like Thomas Hermes, who's in third, his Sixth wave looks like it's going to factor in.